Hi everyone, I'm Marcy, and today I'm making esquites. This is sometimes called elote en vaso or corn in a cup because that's how you would buy it from a street vendor. But I'm going to be making it a little different. I'm going to be adding some Hatch Green Chile because I just think that makes everything better. So if you're looking for the perfect side dish to take to a cookout, or maybe you just want a really great treat, this is the recipe for you. This is a really loose recipe where you can add as much of or as little of any of the ingredients depending on your personal preference. So I may mix things up as I go, but this is just to sort of give you an idea. Now, for sure, you're going to want to start with anywhere from 4 to 6 ears of corn. I've got about 3 tablespoons of butter. I've got 1/4 of a cup of chopped red onion, which I'm really excited about because this is from my garden. I grew it myself and picked it earlier today.
Can I use that? It smells good.
It looked a little bit weird, and when I went to slice it, it kind of cut more like shallots, but it's really pungent and smells wonderful, so I think it's going to be great in this recipe. I've also got 2 cloves of garlic. I've got about 1/2 cup of Hatch Green Chile, and I finely chopped it. Now, if you don't have Hatch Chile, you can also use a couple of jalapeños. Just dice them up really small, and you can leave the seeds in if you want a little more kick, or you can take them out. It's up to you. You'll also need about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to be using equal parts mayonnaise and crema mexicana. And this, again, I'll be winging it when I get to that part as far as how much, but this is just a Mexican table cream. You'll also need some Cotija cheese, which I grated earlier. This is a whole lot more than I'll be using, but I went ahead and just grated the whole block. And then at the end, we're going to be garnishing with some lime juice and either red chili powder or some Tajin. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm first going to use a serrated knife to cut the kernels off the cobs. You'll notice I stand them on an inverted cup inside a large bowl. This really makes it easy as the kernels fall directly in. Next, we'll place a large cast iron skillet on the stovetop over medium-high heat and melt the butter in it. Then we'll add in the corn and spread it out. And I'm going to cover with the lid for a few minutes without stirring. There's different ways to cook esquites. For instance, a lot of people will cook them in water. So they would just add the water at this point and it would give them a more soupy consistency. But this is just my own personal preference. It's not that there's any right or wrong way. This is just how I like it, a little more roasted. So I'm going to let this roast on the bottom. The steam is being trapped in there, so it's cooking all around, but I still want to get some of those char marks. And then in a little bit, I'll go ahead and stir. Now I'll clear a spot in the pan and add in the onion. As well as the garlic, which I'm mincing right in. I'll give it a quick mix, then I'll add in the Hatch Green Chile and the salt. This already smells so good. I'll give everything a good mix and let it continue to cook a few minutes more. Once the corn is fully cooked, I'll take it off the stove, transfer it into a large bowl, and I'll let it cool for about 10 minutes. Then, in a separate small bowl, I'll add in equal parts mayo and Mexican crema. Again, I'm just eyeballing this part, but I'll mix to combine and then pour it over the corn. Now we can add in the Cotija cheese. You can add as much or as little as you like. Then stir until fully combined. Since Esquites is traditionally served in a cup, I'm going to do that. And then I'll sprinkle some red chili powder and squeeze some fresh lime juice on it. This, by the way, is red Hatch chili powder. So I've got Hatch red and green in one dish. Maybe I'll put a little more Cotija cheese. And now I am ready to dig in. Yum. There are so many wonderful flavors in here that all complement each other. And I gotta say, the Hatch Green Chile, an excellent addition to this. It's got a great kick. It's cheesy, a little salty with the Cotija cheese. Just all around wonderful. If you've never had Esquites before, I really hope that you try this recipe because I can't imagine anyone not loving this. Thanks so much for checking out this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any of my recipes. I also invite you to follow me at Marcy Inspired on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, blessings from my kitchen to yours.